drag is a sandbox. It's where I get to play. I find that in my adult life, I rarely get to play. It's joy. Drag is joy to me. And I keep wanting to pursue that all the time. Like, it's like a drug I can't get enough of. Joy. I market myself as the friendly neighborhood drag himbo with a big juicy ass and a big heart to go with it.
Percy Peg's like the definition of a golden retriever.
A badass performer.
So fun to be around.
If you're looking for drag kings body yaddy serving,
we'll show up for you, and he's just like such a lovely, warm person.
Who do you think would win in an arm wrestle, you or Heathen?
Okay, in an arm wrestle, I'd probably win. Yeah.
drag has been a place for me to kind of feel safe in my masculinity and to explore what feels good in my body as a masculine presenting trans person. Not necessarily learning to present, whatever that means. But drag has been a place for me to also like connect with community, like being like I'm a trans non-binary refugee who I came here because I could not be trans and all the things back home. So being able to be surrounded by people who celebrate and love like you and like create like you in different ways in their different areas is like really beautiful and healing, and drag has offered that space and has taught me how to do my makeup and to love, like literally changed my relationship to makeup, because I grew up with my mom's firstborn and she always wanted me to be in makeup, and I was like, no, I'm not girly, I don't like it. But as soon as I tapped into drag, I'm like, yeah, I'll add a little bit of lipstick and here and there. Yeah.
King Kendo is brilliant.
Like, such a sweet little person, and I just love being around them, and I feel like their energy is so infectious.
Really hot and just
And sexy.
overwhelmingly sexy every time I see him perform. The nicest little bean on the planet.
So sweet and so creative.
Bring it on. Bring it on. I think I can, you, Percy, and everyone combined, I'll take you all down.
And what about you?
Not win-win, but I would let them win maybe.
The main reason I even continue doing drag is just because I like the community and I like being a part of the community so much, and just like getting to see so many people like start performing and like getting to just like be a part of it. It's like, I feel like I also just use drag to like be the cool emo kid that I wish I could have been in high school, because I didn't have the resources as a teenager, but now have the resources. So now I just get to be the cool emo kid that I wanted to be.
Heathen is such a gentle, sweet, colorful.
The most colorful.
So colorful.
He stomps around stage and into everyone's hearts, and
So like punk rock.
And they're so kind and very like a sweet human.
My name is Heathen. My pronouns are they, them. Been doing drag for almost 7 years now. I think Percy would beat me, absolutely. Not, like, no question of a doubt. Got those rugby muscles, like.
And the last one is me.
I think I would beat you. I think out of the three of us, I think you're the one that I would beat.
Why do you think you would beat me?
There's just like a magic about drag. Like, it's so ridiculous. It's so playful. It's literally like 30-year-olds half naked on stage, like, or like dressed up as a pickle. And then they're like, oh, this is me. This is like who I am. This is my gender. I am a non-binary lesbian drag king. I am second generation Korean, and I've been doing drag for 6 years now.
Skim is such a creative,
monstrous
It's a body, hot
entity.
also very fun person to be around. His energy just makes you want to like create and do fun things.
admire his like love and passion and the way like
Really cares about his community, but he doesn't want people to know that because he's Asian.
This is crazy. He even said that they would beat me. I would beat them like no problem. They're like this tall. If Percy and I were arm wrestling, I want to believe that I will win.
Kingfisher is
one of the coolest people I've ever met. Not because he was good at drag, but because he was genuinely one of the nicest,
Kindest people that I ever knew.
Happy, bubbly, loving.
very cool, very talented, like human creature being I've ever encountered.
I remember when like Bo Dip first adopted him, he was like elated. Like it was such a fun and like, cause he looked up to Bo so much that it was just like a very nice like full circle moment for him. And
He's my dad, so the charm and the gorgeousness runs in the family.
the community big brother. Not like Big Brother, but like, you know.
Every time I would finish performing, like especially if he's in the audience, he'd just like come and show me with so much love. And it's like you know, most of the queer trans people, we all have mommy daddy issues and shit. So like having a parent who is proud of you, that shit, it's like, you're proud of me that I was naked on the stage? Like, you really are celebrating me like this, like, it's fucking life-changing. Like, I never experienced that kind of love, and
like full of life and so full of light and so just like,
His heart was just so open. And I could feel like I could step inside and I wasn't intruding, you know? I could be in his light and take time there. Such a cool guy.
even if you were just some random person and you walked up to him, he would be so like, oh my God, hello, my name's Kingfisher, like, so happy you're here. And
you know, he never failed to make everybody grin. And, you know, just so overwhelmingly charming.
He was also a little bit annoying because he was always anxious and he didn't have the confidence that you would expect from a drag king of that caliber. He was probably one of the first drag kings that I saw performing in Vancouver at the time when I started doing drag, and we started around at the same time. And he was also one of the only drag kings in Vancouver who was racialized, constantly performing.
I think a couple times where he was doing like 20 plus shows a month and it was like madness. But he was always so like grateful for every opportunity that he got, and he like just like never felt that he was worthy of any of these opportunities. But I was like, dude, you're getting these opportunities because you're literally so good at doing drag. And also you're such a good person on top of that. So it really like...
Can you tell me a little bit about what you're holding?
After Kingfisher passed, I had a really, really hard time leaving the house. And a friend of mine came home one day and was like, I found this bird. And it was during that week when I had just gotten the news, and she was like, yeah, it felt like Kingfisher wanted you to have this. And since then, like, we've never parted. And like when I'm getting nervous and going to do performances or like trying to do my makeup, I just like put it closer to me and I'm like, so, like, what do you think? And also like, it's so good for my steaming neurospicy. And I'm like, okay, look at you, Jamie, coming through for all the anxieties for your kid, you know? And it's my comfort. Jamie to go. Kingfisher to go.
How did Kingfisher's death affect you?
It has taught me so much about grief. In so many ways I did not understand, and also taught me to give grace. for a given time, I was really mad. Made it by myself, you know, which was not fair. But yeah, I felt broken for a little bit. I felt like he took a part of me, and like we were just starting, you know, we were like,
There was just like this empty dread in my body, because I feel like we had just started building a relationship. Because, you know, like I said, I was like barely a year old. So we you know, I really looked up to him. So it felt like I was a bit lost because I
think that it happened very, very quickly. It happened right after we had our first and only group number together. And when I had found out about his passing, I had also just came out publicly as trans. So I think, yeah, I was devastated.
Yeah, it feels like still like there's just like an empty part of me that's missing, because like we dedicated so much to each other, and I feel like I've never, like, I didn't even know that I could love someone the way that I loved him. And it feels sometimes now like, how do I even begin to love somebody else like that?
this kind of love, you know, like
It's like it feels like the most pure thing I've ever felt. Like, I don't love easily.
like selfless love, like you feel like you have to share it. Like it's not a hoarding love. It's not like you gotta be a certain way. Like he met me where I was. Like I was like, I'm hella depressed. Like how do you want to have a child like me? Like I have social anxieties. I cannot leave the house and stuff. Like, and he's like, you love drag, I love you, so we're gonna do drag. And we did drag. And we did amazing drag. And
It was like the most fulfilling feeling I've ever felt. Like, I've never wanted to care about someone more in my entire life than I cared about him and do care about him. And
yeah, I went through all the phases and learned how to love grief. And, you know, own that people, when they're here and when they're not. And yeah, in how we're sharing stories, we hang out and talk about him. It's like, it's how we keep him alive. You know, it's...
all of a sudden I was like, oh, I need to live life for both of us now, because like, it feels like he's always with me, but like, obviously he's not in this realm with us, so.
Jamie has changed so many people that he lives in so many of us. Like, you know, it gives you new ways to learn to love and loving people who are not there. And
I didn't have a lot of time with him. So I think a lot of what I learned from him was open myself to building community a lot. That was one of the main things I learned, because I saw how he interacted with people. You know, it didn't really matter to him if you were new or old to drag, is that you were doing drag and that was a shared art. And that meant that you were community and you were family. And you didn't need to be any more than that. Because you were important to him. So I walk through the community now with that ethos in mind. You know, I try to emulate that as much as I can. I try to welcome people. I try to interact with the grace that he would have interacted with people with, and you know, just try to be open to people, which is really hard to do because people are scary. So learning to have faith in people is what I learned from him, because he had so much faith in me and he didn't even know who I was until he did. So really joyful to know him.
Just seeing how much joy drag brought him, I also, I I just think about like a lot of these moments where I'm like here right now in this like set talking about drag kings, like filming other drag kings. I'm like that's where he brought me. And like every king size I do, and I'm thinking about him, and I'm on stage and talking about drag kings and the way we need to support each other and love each other. Like, it's so amazing what one person can do, because he really did that for me. And yeah, little shit, you're making me cry. In public. On camera, on TV, what the fuck?
Oh my God, he's probably watching, being like, shut up, you stupid bitch.